The second son of Gordie Howe reluctantly signed with the Marlboros manager Tommy Smythe. What Tommy did is he made a flying trip to Detroit on the weekend before this week actually began for the specifically purpose of acquiring Mark's services. Mark would prefer to play hockey in his native Detroit this season and then join the Marlies next year when he would then be reunited with Marty. What happened, though, however, was that the Junior A owners of the OHA are contemplating changes in their priority selection draft of overage midget players, and they're going to do this for next season. One change would involve the drafting of United States players, which could mean that the Howe boys would be separated via the draft, and they would have to play for different teams in the OHA against each other. Many years later, a similar situation would arise in the NHL with a couple of twins from Sweden. So you see, that's the reason why Mark signed with the Marlboros this week, just to be sure he could play his junior hockey with Marty, who has 2 seasons of eligibility after this one. Mark, well, of course, had 3 junior seasons remaining after this term. Well, you can imagine what happened in the ranks of the OHA Junior A series. Other club owners are saying, hey, why does Toronto get such a great prospect like Mark Howe for no good reason at all? Well, it turned out there were several large meetings, and Gord Walker of the Globe and Mail reported a couple days later that Mark Howe will not be able to play for the Toronto Marlboros this season. The talented son of Gordie Howe must remain with the Detroit Junior Red Wings of the Southern Ontario Junior League. And what happened was the Junior A Council members voted against Howe joining the Marlies simply because the Toronto Marlboros don't own enough midget draft choices to actually pay for them. By way of explanation, it would cost the Marlies their first and second round midget draft choices for 2 years coming up to sign Mark Howe, whose brother Marty already plays there, as we mentioned. The reason is they're signing him early, so they're going to have to give up something for the circumvention of the rules, if you will. The problem is the Marlies had already traded away their first or second choice in the next midget draft. This happened in a complicated deal where an Eastern Canada junior team folded. The players were distributed throughout the rest of Canadian junior hockey in the East, and the Marlies gave Oshawa their draft choice so they could get the man they wanted, who was goalie Kevin Neville, who is starring for the Marlies this year. So that's not going to happen this year. Mark Howe is not going to Toronto, but the Marlies thought they were going to get him.